Gents, many modern women say that they want this.
Got me out here at Home Depot at 7 in the morning because I gotta fix my sink. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. This is exactly why I need a husband. So you can figure this out.
And gents, in my humble opinion, this is selfish because women only want us because of money or because to fix stuff or to make their life easier. But what they don't realize is that the way they treat us in relationships and in marriage.
So yesterday I posted a video of women being asked who would they choose first, their father, their son, their husband. Most of the women said my son, my father, and then my husband. Ladies, how are you asking for balance and harmony and alignment and to be one and for your husband to be the provider and to be the protector and to be happy being all of those things for you, yet in the same breath you say that you will choose him last? And let me say this, the proper order, it is God, it is your husband, then it is your children, and then everything else follows after that.
And gents, when you call women out on this, they want to argue with you. They want to tell you that you're wrong. They want to complain about what you ain't doing. They want to complain about you should be doing this or doing that. Women today are not wife material just because of their attitudes and their behavior alone.
You want to be right or you want to be wrong? Which one?
Do you want to be right or do you want to be married?
That's right. The thing is, women have to be comfortable enough to be soft enough to be wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Like we need a whole lot of comfort to say, you know what? It's safe to be wrong here. It's safe to be, because think about it.
How much safety does this woman need?
She needs to know that you're not going to throw it in my face later, that you're not going to make me feel like I'm stupid, that you're going to lead with a teachable, like this is a teachable moment as opposed to I told you so moment.
Yeah, that's something you would do.
Women say that they need to feel like you're not going to make them feel dumb. No. It's got to be something else. They don't want to be wrong because being wrong makes them feel bad. Their feelings run them. Think about all of the women that are missing out on good men because they worried about being wrong instead of hearing and learning. It is these behaviors that are going to keep modern women single.
And I've been saying for a long time, I think it is going to get worse before it gets better. I think we're going to see a lot of women of my generation, unfortunately, meet a different kind of demise.
And today we're going to talk about it. What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I am your host, Shaun C. Today, we're talking about marriage, and I intend to take us through a number of places. You don't want to miss this one, okay? You want to stick around to the end because I have a very powerful message to show. I intend to show you all that modern women do not have the temperament, the fortitude to be wives. I'm going to show you that through their behaviors, they are the ones ruining what they have, ruining good things because they're thinking about themselves and not the man, thinking about themselves and not the marriage, thinking about themselves and not the kids. I'm also going to show you how men operate, how we love, how we express emotion. You're going to see also what it looks like when women actually get it. We have a lot to discuss today, so do me a favor, hit that like button, and with that being said, let's get started.
When you put anybody else before your husband, you are creating an environment for disconnection, for tension, for the very things that you want to not happen. Men are putting their lives on the line for you.
Your wife cheated on you when you had cancer?
Yeah, with one of my friends. I got mentally fucked from trusting somebody.
How long were you guys married for?
8 years.
And then on the 8th year, she cheated on you.
When I had cancer, yeah.
What kind of cancer did you have?
I had classic Hodgkin's lymphoma, so my lymph nodes turned to cancerous tumors. When I was in the hospital on life support, she was texting me saying she wanted me to get her a fucking $2,500 party bus and didn't visit me once. How do you forgive any of that?
Fellas, all you got is yourself. Never vent to a woman. I don't care how in love you think you are. That bitch will leave you and kick you when you're at your lowest. All they care about is your wallet and how you make them feel. The minute you stop making them feel happy and they feel shorted or some way, or their vibe is dead from you, you're dead to them too. They don't give a f.
Men will die for significance, ladies. And many of you think by punishing them enough, you'll change them. By taking away significance or taking away love, all that does is push them further away from you. Who does he think is most significant in this family now?
The baby.
0 to 10, how significant is the baby?
10.
He's a 0, the baby's a 10. It's not that a baby changes everything, it's you've changed your relationship with your husband.
It's easy to love somebody through the good times. It's harder to be there when they're struggling. But that's the measure of a person that's a good person for you. That's the measure of a wife or a husband, when they will be there for you no matter what. That they're your rock, they're your support. When you think of the first person that you want to tell something or do something with, it's that person. When you think about that person, your heart smiles, your soul smiles. And I know all this shit sounds corny and cheesy, but I remember exactly how it feels when I didn't have that or when I didn't feel like I had that. And I also know exactly now what that feels like having it. We as men are often put last. You don't realize how many women actually put what we think and what we feel last, especially with this crop of modern women today. A lot of these women claim they're looking for their husbands, but really it's all about them.
I want him to be in control. Like, I'm desperate for him to be the man that I know he is.
He is the man you know he is.
Because I need him to step up and he doesn't, and it just...
What would stepping up look like for you? Doing whatever you want, when you want it, as you want it, that's not stepping up. That's a piece of that gets rolled over.
Thanks.
Paying attention to you every second, 24/7, responding to all your fake problems, and with the same drama that you create them in so you can feel significant. There's 2 ways to be significant. Do something significant. He's done that. The other one is make up significant stories with big ass problems. Make them bigger than they are times 10 so that people will pay attention to you. You think the problem is him, or that you should try to change the feminine. You have to shut up and honor this man.
A lot of people don't want to hear the kind of stuff that Tony Robbins just said. But as you just saw, a lot of modern women fit into this category. It's all about their problems, their insignificant problems. Where I'm worried about, man, they talking about laying us off at work. They're talking about AI coming here and stealing my job. Man, this light bill and everything is getting higher and higher, along with the rent prices are increasing. Gas just now about to increase. We're one emergency away from not making it. All that shit, we feel that. And then the nagging comes. Then you're not doing enough. They take whatever thing that they think is the problem, the thing that's the real problem, which is them, and then they put it on you. It's your fault.
Does complaining make your relationship better? Has it ever made your relationship better?
No.
Has it ever made you truly happy?
No, not at all.
So then why do you continue to do something that's everything up and adds no value, and you can see by everyone in this room that it's not just your husband, that is the worst thing you could do to a masculine male. You have a man that has taken you for years. I know you're a good soul, but you've been rewarded so much for so long because you're an attractive woman that you have never had consequences for how you behave.
She's an attractive woman that hasn't had consequences for her behavior. Now imagine you got a bunch of women who are running around swearing that they're 8s, 9s, and 10s, and nobody's holding them accountable. We have a bunch of spoiled ass little brats. But how women are behaving now, it's always pointing the fingers. Why would a man sign up for that shit? Even if you're an attractive woman, if no one's ever held you accountable, I don't care what you look like. Why would a man sign up for this shit?
He wouldn't do that if there was any other choice.
He's exhausted not because of his work. He's exhausted because he doesn't have your feminine energy on his side. You could change this man's life right now. You could take 10 years off of this man's life. If he could feel the sustained love and energy and admiration from you, and not all the judgment, and not all the controls. He's tired of fighting. That's the only reason he'd ever leave you. Not because he doesn't love you. He just can't live without an ounce of freedom left.
I think you can have deep like at first sight, but love to me, in most instances, because there are always exceptions, it takes time to fully have somebody reveal themselves to you over time to know whether or not your affections and your feelings stand the test of time. There's so many tests you need in a relationship.
Yes.
Have you ever traveled together? I'm always like, you always want to see how your partner's home life is. If you meet somebody in January, you miss the holidays. So you got to wait another year. You want to get to a holiday where you see people's families, right? I mean, I just think that, time reveals so much.
I absolutely agree with this. This is my personal beliefs that there's two components to love. There's in love and there's loving someone. In love is the exciting part of love. It's the thing that makes you want to, be around them all the time and you can't wait to see them and you're excited. That in love part is the beginning part of love. That's the part that you're feeling as this thing is growing and maturing. And that part needs to continuously be watered and nurtured. Me and my woman like to say we have to continue to date each other. And that don't mean spend a bunch of money. But then there's the deeper love. And that deeper love does take time. It takes patience. It takes going through some hard stuff. It takes having the uncomfortable conversations. It takes trusting each other. It takes spending time apart. It takes, can you stand being around this person for a certain amount of time too? All of that is a part of it.
You've been a good wife to me, baby. I appreciate you. I love you very much.
In sickness and in health.
You're doing a good job. I'm here.
In good times and in bad.
I love it when you look at me. It makes me happy.
Those were the vows Roosevelt, Illinois said to his wife Anixia 2 years ago on their wedding day, and he's kept his promise, standing by her side, caring for her every single day since an accident changed her life nearly a year ago.
I don't believe she knows that I'm her husband, Roosevelt, but I believe that she knows that I'm always here comforting her, giving her kisses.
Anixia needs around-the-clock care after a hit-and-run driver struck her while she was jogging, never once stopping to help.
I have come to the realization that men, when they love you because they don't love. It take a lot to get a man to love you. It take a whole lot. And if that man love you, girl, you better just...
I'm going to tell you why it takes us a minute to really love a woman. Because when a man loves, he loves unconditional. I'm going to love you if you're broke. I'm going to love you if you got a job. I'm going to love you when you're mad. I'm going to love you when you're sad. I'm going to love you when you're sick. I'm going to love you because I love you. Because that's all I really get back. And so... if I've got to the point where I love you, my nigga, that shit real. And women will get it and leave that nigga. And fuck the good dick broke nigga. Got off with the ex-boyfriend or the ex-side nigga. Cheat with the nigga on Edgewood. Flirt with the niggas in Buckhead. Fuck the nigga from college. And all the nigga ever wanted was her ass to love him back.
I don't care what y'all say. You're not going to convince me that women love more than men. You can't. You can't because we only desire what that woman can freely give. And most women tie their love to what you can do for them. How can you take care of them? Let you not be able to do those things, and she will find the person that will.
One of the things I say to people as they're thinking about picking a mate, you got to think about like a partner as a member of your basketball team.
Ooh, I like this.
It's like if you were picking players to play on a team, you wouldn't just pick a shooter. Everybody has to be able to do it all.
Yeah.
Each person in a couple has to be able and willing to do it all.
Yep.
So you don't want to marry a man who's like, well, I don't cook. It's like, well, what happens if I can't cook?
Right.
How
so we gonna survive?
Yeah, you just don't do laundry. Life is so unpredictable and complicated. And then add in kids, right? If you're married to a man that doesn't do house chores and you've had given birth and you've had a cesarean and you can't be on your feet, or heaven forbid you have a difficult pregnancy and you come home and he can't do anything. He's never been grocery shopping.
Life is complicated. And I feel like her examples are kind of outdated because as I've described and as we've talked about and many of you have shared, a lot of y'all can cook already. A lot of the gents that I talk to, y'all already take care of your own place. The men that I know, that I roll with, they know how to take care of their shit. They can help out if that shit happen. We're hearing more and more women say, I don't know how to cook. I know how to make some oodles and noodles, or they have that one thing they make well, but they don't know how to do the rest of it. They don't know how to do much or nothing but spend your money. Ain't that some shit? But gents, I'm not going to leave you without some hope, because everybody wants to tell you that all women are bad. And I continuously tell you that I am trying to help you see the bad women for who they are, but also be able to recognize the good ones. And the good ones aren't just going to pop up in your face. If they are precious as rubies, as the Bible says, then rubies just don't get laid out. You got to find them, but you also have to recognize real gold and not fool's gold.
Or who does come first? Your husband, your son, or your dad?
My husband. Yeah, my husband. That's my husband. I chose him. We're in this life forever. Kids grow up, kids get older, they move out, they enjoy their own lives, and they get married and have families of their own. My husband comes first. My dad already lived his life.
I agree with that. I feel like my husband, we need to work together in order to be good for our kids. So he has to come first so the kids can then, you know, be better people.
Leading by example.
What type of dudes you into?
I'm married.
You married?
15 years.
15 years. What's the secret?
What you mean, what's the secret? Get that nigga what he want.
Amen. Praise the Lord. Get him what he want. Why?
Get him what he want. You want to keep him, that's what you got to do. It is what it is. Whatever he say goes.
Whatever he say goes?
That's right.
So why you think girls nowadays saying, oh, nah, I'm going to do what I want to do?
Well, I think it's just the younger generation.
No,
because we want that money.
Some older women say the same thing, though.
Ah, they must be miserable then.
Don't laugh! But y'all been together 15 years. 15. And you feel like listening to him is important.
It's very important. Communication is key.
Okay. Not. It's my way or no way.
Nah, it can't be like that.
It can't be like that.
No. You know they say happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
Happy spouse, happy house, baby.
I'm afraid she has a point.
I show you that there are women out there that actually get it. They're not going to be easy to find. But we show these behaviors, we show these traits, gents, so that when you do come across a gem, you know. When you come across that woman that's a wife material, you know. And a lot of men are just at the point now where they don't want to deal with the shit that's out here today. And I don't blame y'all, but I don't want to leave y'all hopeless. I want you to know that it is more than possible to find your woman, to find your wife.
So for me, my thing is always, if I'm not going to argue with people out in the street, I'm not coming home to argue with you. And so respect being one. I'm going to respect you when I talk to you, respect me when you talk to me. Anything else won't work. And so we had to go through the conflict of how to get on the same page to understand communication styles, what was needed for me to get what you needed out of the conversation, and vice versa.
And Diana, you were saying that it was also learning how to, it's not making yourself small, but making yourself open to hear.
Yep, I teach my alpha ladies, watch your time, watch your tone, and watch your tongue. So I needed to learn how to manage that. And if you manage your mouth as an alpha woman, you will manage and you will prosper in your manifestation. So I learned how to manage what I say out my mouth and when.